How's it going, everyone? In this video, we're going to prove why two negatives, when multiplied, make a positive. So when this is being taught, it's usually pretty intuitive for people to accept that a negative multiplied by a positive will give you a negative. So for example, -3 multiplied by 6, people are told, well, it's like you're subtracting 3 6 times, the way you would typically think of multiplication, right? You're performing an operation, addition or subtraction 6 times. Okay, so -3, -3, -3, -3, 6 times, right? Well, that's going to give you -18, right? And that, of course, is the same as -3 times 6, right? -18. So that is usually something that comes off more intuitively. But when it comes to multiplying two negatives, like -3 times -6, and students are told, okay, well, that's like 3 times 6. That's a positive. Then often these kind of more abstract explanations are given. It's like you're taking away something that's negative, and so that's why it ends up being a positive, right? So you might be shown something, well, it's like -1 times 3 times -6, so that's -1 times -18 minus -18. Okay, you're taking away something negative, so it ends up being positive. It's kind of an indirect, abstract explanation. And oftentimes students just memorize, oh, two negatives make a positive, which can lead them astray, because if you have, -5 minus 3, well, that's two negatives, but it doesn't give you a positive. It gives you a -8, right? So it's actually two negative numbers multiplied by one another give you a positive. Now, there is a proof, a very quick, strict, elegant, algebraic proof for why multiplying two negative numbers gives you a positive result. So I'll show you that proof, okay? And we're going to use something in that proof. We're going to use what we already mentioned, that a positive number multiplied by a negative number gives you a negative, right? So for example, 3 times -5, that's the same as -3 times 5. Or in this case, -15. We're going to use that in this proof. So let A be greater than 0 and B be greater than 0. -A times -B equals A times B. And here's the proof for that. Right, so if A is greater than 0, well then -A is less than 0, right? Same goes for B, right? So negative number times another negative number is the same as if you were to multiply the two positive versions of that number. Okay, here's how we're going to prove that. We're going to start with A minus A equals 0. I think we can all agree on that. So then we'll say A plus -A equals 0. Just two different ways of writing the same thing. And now let's multiply both sides by -B. Both sides of the equation. Okay, so let's work this out. On the left side, we have A times -B plus -A times -B. And on the right side, we have 0, because, well, anything times 0 is 0. So what do we have on the left side now? Well, a positive number times a negative number, so that's -AB plus -A times -B equals 0. So now we're going to take this -AB on the left here, move it to the other side of the equation, right? So it becomes positive. So we have -A times -B equals positive AB. Well, that's what we originally set out to prove. Right here. Right? And we did it. We started with a minus a equals 0, and just multiplying both sides by negative b shows us that negative a times negative b is positive ab. And our proof is done. So that's why two negatives multiplied make a positive. I hope that helps, and until next time.